Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Persona 5 Phanom video. Zabai here, and as we can see here, Najox the Goat has released his gem count for version 2.0. And as we can see here, just from the new return event, we got over 10,000 gems. This is straight up 10,000 worth of gems, because this does include the 20 and 20 we got, as well as the 11 standard pulls we got. This is from the palace, and this is from going to the official shop, or from the official shop, I believe. If I look over here, I can confirm, go to event, and just scroll down. And yes, it is including that. Just wanted to verify that. And when I'm looking else, so as we can see here, another thing that we need to remember is these 12,800 jewels from the unconditional love missions is permanent. What that is, of course, is the clearing of the palace and the mementos. So these, and then going through the Kichijoji event. So quite frankly, it is looking quite good. And then of course we got 1100 from the palace percent expiration. We got a bunch of the fair machines, which reminds me I need to do some other things before I forget. There were some new quests, Katagama's palace, all of that. And then from the recurring content, we're at 4,100, a little more than we usually do, purely because with the patch being 18 days long, it also bled into us getting an extra round of guild boss or gates of nightmare. So just from that alone, we're getting, of course, more. So quite a lot. This right here is over 14,400 to 14,200 right there. And if you're pay to win, like myself, like I buy all the daily little things except for the 7-day. What is it? I think it's the 7-day spoil. I don't buy one of these. So I lose out on 300 right here. But if you're pay to win, we're looking at about 17,000. So 14,000 for free to plays, which is above 90 pulls worth for a 18-day stretch. So almost 3 weeks. That's an insane amount for 3 weeks of content. I mean, for 3 weeks of going through stuff. And then 17,000. So if you're pay to win, you're almost looking at getting entire, like, if you could go double hard pity and you almost got an entire character. We're only like 50 pulls away, an absurd amount. And if we go down to the breakdown right here, we can see what it is with pure, of course, gems. So 93 to 9,500 just about, if you're free to play. Of straight gems, that means you can either use it for character pulls or weapon pulls, which is just immaculate. Just an absurd amount we're getting, I would say. I've never seen anything like this. And if you're pay to win, like I said, 17,000, 17,500, or 12,000, 12,600. About around there. So 400 to 600. It's absurd amount. Absolutely absurd. And we can use this time to look, because like I'm assuming most of us who are watching any sort of P5X content on YouTube has probably already had a giant reservoir of bank reserves. Like I saw some people saying they had 20,000 crystals already, and they're already at like an additional, like by the end of this patch right now, we're at 30,000 plus, like 33,000. Like if I look at my main account right now on global, this is what I'm sitting at right now. And like, as I want to mention, I know I'm a filthy whale for getting Ace's Cord. I love Cord. Don't at me. I love her. She's absolutely amazing, and I will never regret. But I'm already at 11,100. I haven't gotten any more gems. Everything I've gotten, besides these 2,100, everything else has been from me playing the game. So I'm already at an additional 11,000. Of course, this also includes me clearing out a bunch of the, Velvet Trials. So as we can see here, I only have 2 stars left. So I claimed a bunch of dual gems here, probably about an extra 1,000, I would say. Quite easy, another 1,000. But so I'm already plus 10,000 above, and that's not including, we look over here, another basically 20 pull right here, and an additional 15 pull on my weapon. So I'm gonna set myself up quite nicely going into the next patch. And with the next patches being the summer events, so summer events means we are looking at getting, if we go over my TW real quick, summer events means we're going to go for Summer Closer and Summer Tomoko. These two should be separate banners, even though I know Najox has gone on and said that there's a possibility of them doing a dual banner. I don't know. I said this before in a previous video. I don't know if that's him thinking of the fact that, because of the fact that in TW and CN, it was labeled as 2.1.1 and 2.1.2. So this was 0.1, this was 0.2 of the 2.1 era. But if we remember when Makoto and what is his name, Yusuke came out, so this was actually 1.3.1 and this was 1.3.3 on TW. While on global, Yusuke was 1.2 and Makoto was 1.3. So they have already shown that they're not doing the whole 0.1. So I do think these will be separate banners. So this should come out the 22nd, and this should come out October 9th. And then Mesa, we need to remember what comes with Mesa. Mesa finishes off the Katayama Palace. So even more gems coming out with that should be another big boom. So I wouldn't doubt to think that we could be seeing an additional. Don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. We could be seeing an additional 9 to 10,000 for this patch and an additional 9 to 10,000 from this patch as well, which kind of suits because when we look at the next slide right here, this is how much we got. This is becoming about on average of what we're getting in a patch. Is about the 9,000 pure gems plus the little bit of currency we get. So from the pulls. So 10,000 is starting to seem like might be the average of what we get on global, which kind of suits with the amount of the little bit of speed up they do. We're not sped up completely because we are still, I think we're maybe 4 to 6 weeks ahead of where TW was, but we could be looking at being quite ready for the next big character a lot of people are talking about, which I'm sure a lot of you, if you're watching P5X video, already know about, that being Futaba. Grabbing A0 Futaba. Again, if you're free to play, my advice would always be you can just skip your A1. A1 is just a 12% crit rate when you have announced complete or hack complete, or announced progress or hack complete. Or you might be looking at her weapon, which I've already talked about. The fact of the matter is I don't care if I'm free to play. I don't care about weapons. This weapon is mostly just a 15.2% crit damage, but I know some of you will like that. So this is good timing for you guys to be able to use this time. So the rest of the core patch, maybe you have 10,000 by the end of it, and then using it with the 2 summer patches and the 3rd and the Mesa patch, which will be our final story update patch for it will complete the Katayama. So that right there will give us more than enough to be able to afford Futaba with weapon if you so choose. Or you could be using this time of this patch to this patch, Mesa patch, and then of course the Futaba and Haru patch. So grab Futaba if you want, and then start thinking about which 3.0 characters you want. So that being, Mont. Do you want Mont? Do you want Howler? I do love the look of Howler. And then after that, it's Kasumi into Wind Vass. Kasumi is a monster of a single target, and Wind Vass is a monster of a buffer. Like, she is, in my opinion, she is a better buffer than Cord is. So, and then think about everything else coming, as well as, I know some people are going to want Kechi. My opinion, Kechi sucks, but guess what? This game doesn't matter. This is a game, you can do whatever you want. You can still clear everything, get all the gems with a Kechi. Because of when we think about it, at the end of the day, actually, I think even on TW, this is actually probably better to show. On TW, what do I need to get max amount of rewards? As we can see here, I did one boss fight this entire patch, and I got all of the rewards. I got all of these, so I got my 9,600 gems right there. So I got my 9,600 gems right there. And if I go over to SOS, I'm gonna be real. I full auto every single fight. I don't know how I'm the rank I am right now. I full auto everything. I know it says regular. I'm in relegation right now, but like I've been on relegation for like 3 weeks, for like the last 3 patches. But even then, as long as you hit, what is it? I think it's rank 5. Yeah, rank 5. You get the max amount of gems. So like, as soon as you hit rank 5, you're good to go. And that's why you can grab whoever you want. So maybe use this time to start thinking about what you want to grab in the future, and think about, do you want the summer units? Do you want the Mesa? Do you want the Haru, Futaba, etc.? And I think this is a glorious time. We're eating quite well. But with that, I'm going to end the video there. And I hope you guys have a good day, good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.